Welcome to Homebrew, a show in which we play games that have either been modified or completely invented by the players here. Today we're going to be playing a zombie survival game in which is a mashup of a whole bunch of different systems.
Alright, so her nickname's Phil, and her name is Philomena McCavity. She's a member of the shooting club at school. She's not very tactful. She likes karaoke. She's a member of the Young Republicans. Shawn will apologize for that later. She likes jiu-jitsu. She's also been in the wrestling team with Jeremy, who may pop up later on. And then she's not going to do a huge amount when she goes to school. Looking at the HVAC, the VOTEC. And that's pretty much it.
So my character's name is Zachary Stroud. He's a 17-year-old average-going high schooler. They just graduated. His whole plan for the future is to go to local community college, go for business administration, because that seems to be like middle of the ground, get his gen eds out of the way, maybe see if he wants to do something more. In high school, he was in choir, because that's pretty much what everybody average does when they have no other electives to take. And yeah, that's about it. Captain.
Congratulations! You have all just graduated from New Hope High School. 4 long years, and after this summer, you can finally go on to bigger and better things, commonly known as college. After graduation, your classmate, Tad Miller, has basically invited the entire senior class to a party at his house. The two of you arrive outside Tad's house at about the same time, or did you guys purposely come together?
Do we live close to each other? How far am I trying to from you?
I'm the first house on the block away from that,
Okay, so I
we
can
would
walk.
be like, yeah.
We can walk down. Yeah.
Alright.
My mom would drop us off.
Yeah.
Have a good time, honey!
Oh, that's nice. You have a
You know,
car.
like a Toyota Corolla. An average car.
Is it blue?
No, it's red.
Oh, okay.
If it gets too late, call me or your father. Don't walk home in the dark.
Oh.
Yes, Mom.
First thing you guys notice, you even notice this in the car. There's a nice vibration going on out here from the music coming inside the house. And even all the way out here,
Who brought the goat?
you just see a random goat run by the house. It has like class of 2018 rules.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Yeah. I want to catch the goat.
You think you know the goat? Outskirts of your town is farmland, and
catch the goat. I
this
know
isn't
these
the
meet
first.
every week.
Yeah, this isn't the first time someone has stolen from Farmer McKinnon. Probably won't be the last.
We only get meat once a week, so that goat better watch it.
You guys actually, you know what? Just roll me a general wisdom check.
Oh, I'm not very wise. Okay, this is not gonna be good. I got 8.
16.
Oh.
Shawn, just from being out here, you actually recognize the band playing. It is basically there's a group in your grade who has a locally famous band in the fact that they've played in the local pub and stuff like that. They've cut a record in the sense that they recorded in the local recording studio.
Oh, hey, it's the Show Tune Show-Offs from choir.
The show tune show us not those dang dastardly kids.
They're known as the Mystery, but that could be their nickname.
The mystery. It sounds a bit Scooby-Doo.
They are a generally nice group of people, except for their drummer, who was recently released from juvie, replacing their previous drummer, who had broken his arm.
Oh. Sounds like a Tonya Harding type of setup there.
Why was he in juvie? Was it for the pot, or was it for something serious?
He broke the other drummer's arm.
You know what?
Play the band.
We're intimidated by you. You're hired.
He was in juvie for suspected stabbings of somebody, but
He totally broke the other drummer's arm.
You can make a shit out of it.
let's just say he only spent about 30 days in there because it never actually went to trial and had to be released for various reasons.
Oh.
By the way, that's the drummer is female. It's Kelly Young, and for the most part, you guys have given her a wide berth for most of your high school career. But the band itself is...
Oh, she stabbed people.
Yeah.
She's badass. They don't usually go on mass murders.
I'll shank you. Give me some of that pot or you get shanked.
So, is there any particular way you're approaching going to this party? You're just going to walk into the house. You can go around back and enter through the backyard where the pool is, and you can hear people splashing and playing. Just barely hear them because the music is quite loud.
Always taught me to ring the doorbell.
Are we front door people or back door people?
Well, I'm a front door person. Are you a back door person?
I could go either way. Which way are we going?
I'm going to ring the front doorbell.
Alright, we'll go in the front way.
Nobody can hear the doorbell ring. It is far too loud at this party.
Okay, I guess we just...
Just have to go the back door if you have
We're
to.
just gonna barge on in then. We're gonna open the door and go in.
So the first thing you notice when you open the door is this place is packed. This house is pretty big. It's, like I said, an old Victorian house, so there's plenty of room downstairs, upstairs, a nice full backyard, and like you're just in a sea of people.
Ooh, I have claustrophobia and I'm not exactly an extroverted kind of person. It's freaking me out now.
So as you're just kind of like looking around, off to, basically you're in the front hallway, there is a stairways that heads up to the second floor and rooms off to your right and left. In the left room, the French doors have been opened up and it looks like a parlor, a sitting room, and this is where the band is set up. It's a decently sized room, probably about twice the size of this living room here.
Oh, cool.
And the band's set up in one corner, and you're not sure you can actually put a foot in this room. That's how packed it is with people just in there, like, raving, jumping. There.
That's okay. The music's too loud anyways. I'm gonna go hang out by the
Let's
drinks.
go at the drinks upstairs or the...
Well, if you go to the left, that takes you through the dining room, which has, like, chips and stuff like that, and then through the dining room, kitchen, and through the kitchen, there's a backyard. You also know that there is a fully furnished basement in this house that Tad often bragged about because it's like a game
basement
room where he hung out a
There should be
lot.
a bar down there.
I'm gonna hang out in the kitchen because that's where the safe drinks are.
The safe drinks. Zachary, you're so boring.
Please, you can roll me reflex saves.
13.
Added to your, what's your reflex?
3. 16.
5.
You rolled a 5?
I got a 5.
Oh, that sounds like a...
Alright, so, Emma, what's your character's name again?
Phil.
Phil, you're dodging and weaving, just barely passing people who are holding drinks, ducking in and out of you. And, Shawn, as you're attempting to follow your friend, you literally run headfirst into this guy carrying like 4 drinks, so he has like 2 in hand and then like balancing 2 in against the other 2 as he's like trying to walk out, and you just like plow right into him and get drinks on both of you.
I am
There's a
so
golden shower right there.
sorry. I hope it's beer. I am
It's drinks.
so
It's
sorry.
beer.
It's
Yeah.
a beer shower right there. Whoa.
I'll help you go get more.
As you're looking up, apologizing, the first thing you notice is the letter jacket. Yeah. Jeremy Sin.
Sin?
Yeah.
Sin.
I like it.
Jeremy Sin.
And he is
Sin.
all-star linebacker for New Hope football team, going to Penn State this year on a full football scholarship.
He's probably got brain damage right now. But he can't speak to him.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed this happening. Why don't you roll me a notice check, Emma?
Okay.
Yeah, please notice your friend about to be pummeled.
Oh, I got 16.
Okay, and with your +1 to wisdom, because I don't think you took notice, that's 17.
17.
So, just as you make it to the kitchen, you turn around to see what happened to your friend, and you just see him being dwarfed by Jeremy. You know Jeremy. Jeremy,
Jizz song. Come on.
You guys both were in wrestling together.
Yes. We got close and intimate.
So
Co-ed wrestling.
So basically, you try to go back to intercede.
Try and intercede.
Okay, roll me another reflex save to make it back through the throng of people.
Ooh, I got 19.
You're like not even looking. You're just, and you're like, and you come up, you're like, Jeremy, your arm around his, and he's just glowering at you, Shawn.
Jeremy, come on.
What do you say to him?
Jeremy, come on. I got some pot with me. Let's go.
Roll me a social check.
Ooh, my social
Congratulations,
skills
you
are
get a
terrible.
bonus for pot.
Ooh, I got a 20.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, nat 20, automatic success.
Yes.
Even with your -1.
What you say?
Phil! And he slaps you on the back and you stumble forward just a bit. Let's go! As you guys, you're leading him, I'm gonna guess, to the kitchen area, right?
Yeah.
As you guys are heading, the crowd just parts.
Oh, yeah.
Like, nobody messes with Jeremy, basically. Crowd just parts. Shawn, you just follow after at this point.
I'm not staying anywhere near them.
Oh, where are you going then? They're going to the kitchen. That's where you were originally headed.
Well, yeah, now the kitchen's not safe because the guy just spilled beer on's going there. I'm
He's
not
chilling.
following the bowl. That's not how this works. I'll go downstairs and try to hide somewhere.
You're like a wounded cat.
You know what? I'm gonna go upstairs and find a quiet room to hide in.
You're smart.
All right, we're gonna start with you, Emma. You're with Jeremy. Where are you going downstairs to the game room or staying in the kitchen?
I could say to Jeremy, yeah, how about a game of pool?
All right, so you guys go downstairs. There's not as many people down here, but it's still pretty crowded. This is like a nice full-out game room. So there's a pool table, there's a dartboard, there's a couple of arcade machines. You know that his younger brother, Tad's younger brother, is into fixing them up.
Oh,
So, like, you got, like, Pac-Man and Donkey Kong, a couple of the originals. And you also have, like, a jukebox down here, but no one's turned it on because you can still hear the pounding music upstairs. But it's a little quieter down here, and people can hold a conversation. So you break out some of your pot, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, I'm going to break out some pots.
Okay, so a bunch of people here see it.
And go, shabam.
Yeah, they're
See some of
basically
that.
like, hey, how much of a hit do you got? Did you bring enough to share?
Yeah, I'm going to share it. I'm going to
You can roll me a notice check right now.
16.
Alright, just scanning around this crowd, you actually notice that there is several underclassmen here as well. Either kids that, basically juniors or sophomores or freshmen who are cool enough to be invited or brave enough to crash.
Okay.
But no one seems to be making a big deal out of the fact that they're here. Do you mention anything about it?
No, I don't care about that. I'll go on. I'm gonna
So
put
you,
pot
you
on.
you share with everybody and then you start a game of pool?
All right, roll me a dex. You know what? This will be an athletics check. Roll me an athletics check.
Ooh, and I got 5. So 5 plus. So what do I add for that?
Athletics, whatever the total of
So I
athletics.
got 11
Altogether?
altogether.
You're not amazing at pool.
I'm pretty bad.
There's a lot of angle stuff that your character just doesn't
I don't
get.
like. Yeah.
But you definitely hit the balls hard enough, and you have sunk the white ball at least 8 times. And you think that's pretty darn good.
Because I don't know the rules. I think that isn't even good by English standards.
Shawn, upstairs there are several bedrooms along with what is considered like a hangout room.
The first room you approach, you stop as your hand goes to the handle, and you just hear sounds coming from this room. Sounds you can only describe as,
Oh my god, they're fighting!
What is that mooning sound?
What did you just
I rolled to see if I could identify the sounds.
I think you can.
I'm average, remember?
Even,
Average.
Even average people watch porn.
Average porn.
Average porn. Oh, this porn
Alright,
is terrible.
so your character deciphers the noise coming inside the room as 2 people fighting. What do you do?
Do you want to break it up? Do you?
God, no, I'm average. I would die. I'm avoiding that room.
Oh,
So you walk away from the room.
I've been in there.
Whoa! The next room you come across is the kind of hangout room. There's a couple of couches, there's a television. You see 2 people sitting on the one couch playing games. One of them is Nancy Goldman. She's a senior like you guys, a pretty nice girl. She was your class vice president. So she was, well known among the student body and pretty well liked. And the person there also is Johnny Johnson, the most annoying kid of your senior class. Do you stay and hang out in this room, Shawn, or do you continue moving on?
Yeah, why not? It's perfectly average room.
Yeah, there's maybe one or two other people here just kind of like watching them, saying like, "Oh, I got next game" or something like that. Nancy is surprisingly good at Mortal Kombat.
Oh, fatality!
I never played.
Either that or Johnny is just the worst at this game, which is also a very high possibility.
No, the annoying ones are usually good at video games.
All right, what are you doing up there, Shawn?
I'm just gonna sit in the couch and watch.
Oh, you were a funny animal.
I don't know why I got an invite to the party!
Everybody got
Even
invited to the
put
party.
the balls in.
Everybody got invited to the party. All right.
I mean, obviously, Johnny got invited.
Emma, you've been downstairs for about an hour now and have smoked just enough pot to be feeling pretty sweet.
Oh, well, then I'm hungry as all get out. I need to get to the kitchen.
So you abandon your comrades down at the pool table who have lost all sense of how to play the game of pool, but seem to be having a really smashing time at whatever the heck they're doing. Yeah. Mainly smashing.
Oh, yeah.
At one point, there was like a breakout fake fight between a bunch of jocks down there where they were just like showing off their wrestling skills and stuff like that. It's, just guys having fun. So you head up to the kitchen. I'll have you roll me another notice check at this point.
I got a 16.
All right. First thing you notice is another person who you don't recognize. You don't think they're from your class. They're probably an underclass, and they're by the sink and they're rinsing off their arm.
Ooh.
You see that there is like some blood in the water, and it looks like they're trying to clean out a wound or something like that.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go up to them. Oh, what happened? What happened to your arm? What's up with that?
It was outside by the pool, and someone just randomly came up and bit me. I think they had some bad ear or something.
All right. Did you hand with any bandages?
Actually, yeah. If you could just because she's trying to wrap the
I'll
arm.
wrap it for you. Yeah.
Right. So roll me a medicine check.
I actually have that.
I have that. No.
Why do you have medicine?
Oh, I only got a 6, so I wrapped her head.
I got beat up a lot.
And she doesn't have a wound on her head.
I got beat up a lot. I had to learn how to take care of my own wounds.
Okay.
But it is only a bat. I mean, it'll just.
Yeah. So
How much?
well, let's just say the bandage is very loose around the arm. It's not as like secure as you would normally be, so it's not putting as much pressure on the wound as it should. But she thanks you because she couldn't have done a better job with
Okay.
one hand. And she's like, "Well, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go back to the party." And she goes and she walks back outside to the pool.
In the party room, they basically decided to stop playing video games and switch to a movie, and they're taking a vote on what movie they should put in. What movie would your character? What type of movie would your character prefer?
Horror. Like a good old zombie movie.
Okay, so the vote passes for Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, the dead.
Do you text Phil to let her know that you guys are watching Dawn of the Dead?
I'll come up to that.
For sure. I will text you.
All right, you're making your way. You basically got yourself some beer when your phone buzzes because you're not going to hear it.
Is he still with you? If not, we're watching movies. If so, we're totally downstairs.
He is no longer with me. Beep, 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 beep.
So you guys get basically you make your way upstairs and settle in. They dim the lights and everything like that. And there's about, I want to say, 6 of you in the room.
Okay.
So you two, Nancy, Johnny, and 2 other of your classmates. Can both of you roll me a fortitude save?
Keep from screaming?
What's my note?
18.
Wow.
I'm
18
rolling.
altogether. What's your your will
no,
save?
18 plus 22.
All right.
Well,
Shawn, you pass out first. Just got comfortable, and basically within the first act, like, she jumps out the window with her car keys, gets in her car, and you're out.
Okay.
Emma, you make it through 3/4 of the movie before you also kind of succumb to sleep. Just dark room. At some point, the band went on break and they put on some quieter music, and it just was too easy, and you also fell asleep. So now both of you roll me a will save.
Who wakes up first? Actually, should this be initiative? Maybe this should be initiative. We'll make
It's
it
the same
initiative.
either way for me.
What did you get?
An 11.
I got 13, and then initiative.
All right, Emma, you're kind of in and out of consciousness. You fell asleep on the couch, kind of like leaning halfway over, and you feel like the sun on your face a little bit coming in through the window, and you can kind of hear some birds chirping outside. The music is completely dead. Someone had either stopped playing or turned it off during the night. But you hear this weird, like, growling, kind of chewing sound. You kind of start to come to consciousness, and you just start opening your eyes. You're looking across from where you're sitting, where there's another set of couches, and the two people who you didn't really know that well. They were classmates of yours, but you couldn't really recall their name when you came in the night before. You see the girl who you helped bandage the arm up. She's on top of one of them, eating out their throat.
So am I gonna scream?
We'll save.
We'll save.
We'll save.
We'll save at this point.
That might be a little. Oh crap! I'm gonna scream 5.
Well, you added 1 to that, right? Because your will is +1.
Yeah.
I'll still do a 6.
Yeah, no, she totally screams her head off.
Do I wake up to that?
You definitely do, and then
As you're waking up, all you see, Emma, is this girl turn her head to her, blood dripping from her mouth, her eyes like this bloodshot red, just glaring at you.
Woo! For someone who has never done anything like strength or physical in his life, I totally went, what the shit? Flipped over the couch and ducked under it.